if it was illegal to say stupid things into a microphone.
Why must you be so stupid?
These guys would be doing life without parole.
Hey, everybody, we're back from prison.
Why do we keep encouraging this kind of behavior? It's the Breaking the Ice podcast with Josh Dolan.
You know, we could, go to jail for this.
Along with Mike Shue and Isaiah Moskahana Bonsa Monablitz Boskowitz, whatever the hell his name is.
Hi. So sorry I'm a couple minutes late.
Oh, please. We're just talking. Okay. We're talking about bullshit.
That's okay. Josh sent out the wrong link anyway, so he had to resend everything.
It was the right link, wrong day.
Samantha, this was supposed to be yesterday, but we forgot it's today, and Josh
short week.
I have no idea what day it is, so I'm on the same page.
He's fucking brain. I don't think any of us have known what day it is since this COVID fucking thing started.
For 3 years. It's been
actually the last time we had Sam on was the day before my baby was born, and I have not been
normal.
You haven't slept, right?
I'm a complete zombie, and it's just
well, we've all had COVID. Well, Mike hasn't had COVID. I just got over it. I got my fucking nuts kicked. Josh had it. His wife had it. Have you had it?
I got it on Christmas morning. I woke up with
Merry Christmas.
Oh man.
Fuck that.
Yeah, it was my entire family got it. Yeah.
Oh wow. Is everybody okay?
Yeah. You know,
good.
We're all vaxxed and waxed and all that shit. So it was,
that's a good one. Vaxxed and waxed.
Yes, vaxxed and waxed.
I'm gonna tell my wife that she should do that. Hold on.
Yeah, I didn't do the waxing part. It's winter. I like to keep the hair where it is right now.
You should. You have hairy parts on your.
Yeah.
Some of the shit that I've seen you do on AAF over the year without your shirt on, you should consider that.
Yeah, I just know.
Part the guy at Walgreens told me everyone had to.
Yeah.
You go behind that little curtain and it's a weird guy. It's like, this is rape. What are we?
Is that what happens behind there?
That's what all the else is about.
Oh, it's fucking great. We haven't talked to you in a while. When was your kid born, Josh?
May.
Oh my God.
So it's been since May. Oh my God.
I did notice something, Samantha. You have 134,000 followers on Instagram. And when we talked to you last, you had 100. So because of the Breaking the Ice podcast, you have 34,000. You know what? You're fucking welcome. You're fucking welcome.
Thank you so much.
It's not the awesome content you're putting out. It's this bullshit podcast.
No, it was 100% you guys. I owe it all to you. I'm eternally grateful.
Royalty checks can be sent to.
Yeah.
Talk.
Make sure to get all your Venmos out there.
Exactly.
Hey, Josh, hold on a second, you guys. Josh, you're talking into your mic and we can't hear you.
Really? You can't hear me?
Now it works, but you were talking and I couldn't hear a thing you were saying.
It was actually better.
Can you hear me?
So I saw recently on your Instagram you tried the KFC. What do they call it now? What are they calling it? The Beyond Chicken Nuggets, and you said you really liked them, and that's for real. You thought they were really good.
They were good. So. By the way, I was expecting because of course this, I love KFC. I've actually done a couple videos for them for TikTok. So I've done some collaborations with them and I've never tried, honestly, I never even really tried the Beyond Meat. So I was scared because of course, they aren't paying me at the end of the day, kind of asked me, but they did taste like chicken. It's definitely not you can see it almost, the consistency is still normally with the KFC though, it's a real chicken. You're almost kind of getting the shred of the chicken.
Right.
So it's more, it was almost kind of like a McDonald's chicken where it was very compacted.
Hey, KFC is paying you. Don't fucking say McDonald's.
I know. I mean, they're not paying me on the,
Okay, good. No, nobody watches this. You're fine.
But they were good. Would I get them again? Probably not because I'm not a vegetarian, but I can imagine for people who don't a lot of my friends who are vegetarian or vegan are this is amazing.
Yeah, well, that's another question I had because I hear a lot of people say that about that and the Impossible burgers and stuff. It's well, if you're a vegetarian or vegan, I mean, this is perfect for you. And it's well, wasn't the whole idea not to eat meat at all, not to eat anything like meat or anything like that, And it's just now you're wanting to eat something that's supposed to be meat, but not really. And so you really want the meat though.
Right.
If you're a vegan and you're like, well, I'm not going to eat meat, that's hurting animals. But
wait, think about that. It's KFC Beyond Meat hashtag. You know you want the meat.
Yeah.
Right. I know. Well,
Is that too long? Is that too long?
Well, I think they're the only ones too who are doing this. So I think, like, I don't know any other place to get like plant-based chicken.
I thought one of the other places wasn't chicken, but some people were doing the
Well,
the burgers,
the beef, like the hamburger.
Okay.
Yeah. A lot of places doing the hamburger.
So,
Yeah.
but this was, so I think like they're the first ones to do it. So, I think it's been pretty popular because there's like, again, nowhere else to get that type of fast food for someone who is a vegetarian who wants chicken.
You called it sorcery.
Yeah, well, it smells like chicken, and that's what is like kind of weird about it is because, right, you're like you are a vegetarian because you don't want chicken, but then you want something that smells like chicken.
Right. So you're saying,
I guess I'm confused on that part. I mean, unless like you like, I guess like if you don't want animals to get hurt, you're like, this is a nice way of me to be able to like have chicken without chicken like
taste something that it tastes like it might have been hurt, but it wasn't.
Just like slapped across the face a couple times, not like killed.
So you're saying that Colonel Sanders is like he's like the Eye of Sauron of Kentucky, basically.
Yeah.
He's like Gandalf the Grey.
Why else would you go to Kentucky? See.
The real Colonel Sanders would never approve of this. Neither the Norm Macdonald Colonel Sanders.
Well, did you see my Halloween costume?
Yes, so good. So good. And as someone who has dressed up as Colonel Sanders in the past.
Oh, you have to. Yes.
Oh, yeah. I was very impressed. Fantastic.
Yeah.
And I think James as the chicken was perfect. Yeah. That was fantastic.
That did well.
He's much like our significant others. That man's a saint, isn't he?
He is like
James is her husband. For those that don't know, James is Samantha's husband.
Yes, and he's in a lot of the videos. The O James, you see us doing the couples, whatever challenges, whatever. And he's such a good sport because he has like a normal job, like a 9-to-5 job. So like it really is like he gets home at like 6 o'clock. We have dinner. He's on the couch having a beer, and I'm like, TikTok, and he's like. It's like, so it really is that dynamic where he's like, but he is such a good sport every time. He's always down to do it. Little nervous sometimes and sometimes hesitant, but we make it work. I've been pretty impressed, to be honest, some of the ones that we've been able to do.
So
now you're going to be at Laugh Boston, this Sunday?
Yes.
And now another thing you can see on your Instagram is there's some footage of a live show. He's part of the show too, right? And is he going to be there in Boston?
Oh, yeah. Yes, of course.
Okay. Well, no, don't take this the wrong way, but I'm a huge James fan. I'm probably, if I'm going to go, I'm probably going to like go mostly for him.
Oh,
I don't know. He's awesome.
Totally bad. I have people that literally message me and are like, I only follow you for James.
Right. Yeah. And
thanks
because he's great.
I'm like, okay,
it's hilarious.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Hey, it's like a morning show on a radio station. You don't like all of us, but maybe you like one of us or a podcast.
But you're listening, so that's all that matters.
Right. Yes. Right?
I guess the question we're all asking is, how much of the door does James get?
Yeah, that's right.
Listen, I created James, okay?
Wow.
All right. Oh, okay.
Hold on. What time is it? You're being fucking lippy because he's still at work.
Yeah.
No, he's literally like, he just texted me. He's like, can you please quiet down? Like I'm on like a corporate business call.
Right.
Like,
oh, great. You're in the next room going, cocksucker.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm at work and you're fucking around on TikTok again.
Yeah,
great.
no, I'm literally like microdosing on mushroom gummies at like 10 a.m. And he's like, I'm on like a conference call. Like,
hey, honey, I got Kentucky Fried Chicken to give us free fucking Beyond Chicken.
I'm like, I have a big day. Call? I gotta go eat chicken nuggets. Okay, get off it. It's a tough job,
Somebody's got to do it. Somebody has to do it.
Now, speaking of work calls, you just left corporate not that long ago. How's that going?
Thank God. Yes. Great. It is one of those things where it's like probably my biggest goal ever was to leave corporate America. Like one of my top goals, peace out. And then it's like, once you do it, I'm like, okay, now what do it's okay. Now what do I do? Like now I'm like in my room, like by myself, literally like taking gummies, like mushroom gummies, like talking to my cats all day. I'm like,
Yeah, you kind of get used to, because how long were you like in an office? Like for a few
My
years?
whole life. No,
Right.
well,
So you're used
yeah,
to
like
it.
outside of college. Yeah, that was having a boss, having a 9 to 5, checking
What was the
in.
job?
So I worked in sales. I was a outside sales rep for a genetics company.
Got it.
Wow.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah, fuck genetics, yo.
Fuck that shit. That's not important. Being on mushrooms on TikTok is so much better.
Yeah. Shoving things in your mouth for teenagers is way more fun.
That just got fucking weird.
I experienced the same thing when Josh and I got let go when our former radio station shut down. So I'd been in radio for like 30 years and
45 years
employed that whole time. And I hadn't had more than a week off in like 20 years. So it's like all of a sudden I have all this time on my hands and I'm sitting on the couch and we're watching TV and my wife's in there. And I'm like, hey, this is pretty good. What do you think about this, honey? It's 8:45, partly cloudy today. She's like, shut up. Stop it. I don't care what the weather is.
Yeah.
You know, my trip to the bathroom brought to you by Sears.
I'll be going to the store. You can give me a call at 1.
That's right.
Text me on the AAF hotline while I take a shit. Wait a minute. I got to fucking get a job.
But it's weird. All of a sudden you're at home and it's like you equate from working all the time, you equate home with a place you can just kind of let loose and whatever. So we're actually working at home. Like a lot of people in this pandemic is too distracting. Yeah.
I know, it's weird. It's, and especially like now, like to work for yourself, there is also this other weird pressure though, and this anxiety, because once it's all on you,
it's called bills.
Yeah, right. All of a sudden it's like, oh shit. Like I have no health insurance.
No, like, James, how much do I really love James? So much. Can you cover my insurance, honey? Thanks.
Like literally, it's the pressure kind of becomes a little bit more on. But
I left corporate 5 years ago when I was working in radio forever with these guys and a bunch of other people, and I left, and it was my wife's first reaction was, what the fuck are you talking about? And because she's very structured, she works in corporate, it's always been, but I had clients that I brought with me, and thankfully, knock on wood, it's worked out, and I haven't fucking broken everything in 5 years. But it's funny, when this pandemic kicked in, I was like, where the fuck you bitches all been? I've been at home for 5 years. Now you're just catching up with this pandemic thing?
Right.
I like it. I'm not wearing pants 5 years in a row.
Yeah. There's something.
The anxiety of being self-employed is kind of like, if you're not rowing the boat's not going to go anywhere. And I feel like that makes it really hard to sleep, because you're like, why am I sitting down? I should be doing something. Like it makes downtime feel very uncomfortable.
It doesn't stop. It definitely doesn't stop. And you have to have boundaries, and it's fucking hard to do sometimes, because someone can call me at 8 o'clock at night. What, am I not taking their fucking call? I'm the person running the show.
Exactly. Yeah. It's tough. So it's been, and it's only been a couple months, so I'm still like trying to like see what works best. But it is tough when, James worked from home a lot too now, especially with everything else going, with the world the way it is.
You're going to have to quiet down. He's doing fucking real work in there.
So it's like, I'm like upstairs with TikToks, and he's just like, so we're trying to figure it out. But it is, it's every day's a new day. We're trying to make it all work.
So with this show coming up at Laugh Boston, is this part of a string of shows, or are you just kind of like going out here and there at this point?
Yeah, well, I'm trying, it's funny. I had always dreamed of like doing my own one-woman show, because of course there's stand-up that's involved in it. But I had started originally, and I know we had talked about this, as a singer. Like I was a singer first and foremost, was doing some off-Broadway stuff. So I write some original comedy songs. So it's almost kind of like some stand-up, some original comedy songs. It's almost like a variety type show. I obviously have James come up. James, we do a whole little bit, and of course we do a trick or two,
the real star.
Yeah, the real star, the headliner. And then I have some special guests. So I do have another guy, some really funny guys that are joining me too, that are gonna kind of do some guest spots, and we bring some people up on stage. We do some audience interactive stuff. We obviously do some mouth stuff. There'll be something I'll be putting in my mouth.
Hold on. What? So can you go back to that? What?
So it's like it's a full body experience.
Yeah, I saw on your that Instagram video that you were up there with another woman and you guys are eating something. So you have some kind of like competition going on?
Yeah, normally I'll find like a local, like that one was like a local donut place. So we tried, I brought someone up who was like, who wants to go against me and how many donuts we can fit in our mouths.
I'm fucking taking notes. Laugh
That's
Boston
awesome.
Sunday.
That's
what time does the
awesome.
fucking show start? What time?
Yes, it's at 7 p.m.
7 p.m. Laugh Boston. Shocking. Okay.
Keyboard.
How do I get tickets?
So if you go to laughboston.com, obviously tickets there. And then if you go either to my website, if you go to my Instagram, I have my link in my bio. And
might as well promote those. Go. I'm writing this all down because I'm buying all of it.
Yes, buy them all. And my Instagram too, and on my TikTok as well. If you're on the TikToks, Sam Ramsdell 5 is my handle. So if you go on there, you'll see right in my bio, there's a link and you can go on there and click to all the
you heard it here on the show. She is going to be doing things with her mouth. I took that. I wrote that down right here.
We'll turn off the lights and play Who's in My Mouth.
Oh God.
And go.
Are you allowed to bill yourself as Guinness Book of World Records holder? Do you have that record?
I do. Hold on.
No.
Yeah. So are you allowed to use their name in your billing? Look at that. That's official. Yes.
What does that say?
Nice.
Read that. What does that say?
Last time
Congratulations.
Says
Read it.
certificate. The largest mouth gape of a female was achieved by Samantha Ramsdell in Norwalk, Connecticut, USA on July 15th, 2021.
Your parents
That's
are
awesome.
they're so proud.
So proud of me.
That's cool though. You're in the Guinness Book of World Records. That's the coolest thing.
That is.
Ever.
Why do you have it in a drawer?
What's funny is I was like, where do I put it? It's like, do I put it like above my bed? So I just like look at it in the morning when I wake up. I was just trying to decide. And I do like bringing it places. Like I have it. So like, I'll bring it like with me.
Oh, so it's like the Stanley Cup. You just carry it.
Exactly. My Stanley Cup.
Isn't the guy's name, the blonde guy's name who carries the cup? I think his name might be James too. We could have a fucking thing here.
Well, I should make it like a belt, like make like a belt. And
Yes.
I can just wear it around.
Oh yeah.
Or like a medallion on a chain, just
around my neck.
I think that's awesome.
Yeah, I like to bring it around with me. So she's mobile and places will ask me to bring it. I'm like, sure, why not?
You should that should be on the billing. Guinness Book of World Records,
Sam and her Guinness Book record.
Yeah.
Well, then I feel like I never know with the ads, like what to put and like how to describe my shows, because I feel like there are people who are going to show up and just like think I'm just going to be like shoving things in my mouth for an hour, like on stage. You know what I mean? Like people really are like, what are your live shows? Like you're just like fitting things in your mouth for an hour. I'm like,
yes.
Yes.
You should do one of those like that. Not say a fucking word. Just shove shit in.
Not even silent.
Take it out. James is picking up all the shit on the stage, and you're like, I'm out. Fuck the genetic world.
Drop the sandwich. Leave.
Right. Yeah, that's it.
Now that would be. I don't know if you get asked back. I'm not sure if that would work. You never know.
Not. But
do you have any like insurance policy on your mouth? Like if there any choke happens during a show, like are you covered by that? Like,
well, what's funny? So I always say that I am, when it comes to like the choking thing, I am really careful. Like I know what the limit is, and like I know, like I don't want to die. Like seeing how many.
That's a good thing. I want to die.
Although I wouldn't mind dying eating a sandwich. That's kind of like going out. That's like a,
right on a high. But
like
Mike fucking loves the Italian subs. He is definitely going to choke on one of those fucking things.
If I die eating a sub, that's fine. It's like a musician dying on stage.
Exactly. That's fine with me. Yeah, exactly. I feel the same way. So I'm not really worried about like, I really am trying to be careful. And most of the things are bigger. So that's why I try to stick away. Like I've done the grapes before, but anything that's like a smaller, that's where you're going to be worried about like a choking hazard. I'm not like worried about like a donut, because I'm not.
There literally is nobody like you. This is a fucking crazy conversation that we're having. It's amazing. You're like talking about, listen, I've got it down. I know how deep the thing is. I can put big things in my mouth. I'm like, you're making a fucking living doing this. Good for you.
Being professional.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Professional.
James puts a suit on. I jam shit in my mouth.
Yeah.
Have a nice day.
Yeah. Well, it's better
Exactly.
because you used to put the suit on too, and now this is way better, right?
Way better.
I always say that
You should go
about
back
radio.
to those people. You should go back to those people and see if they'll hire you to put the suit on and put shit in your mouth again. Be like, fuck you. It's double the salary now. You seen my followers on TikTok? Fuck you.
I know. Well, it's funny that was, like it was hard to leave because I had so many customers that were like, knew me from TikTok, and they're like, they were happy to do business with me, the big mouth girl.
Yeah,
like,
right. Yeah.
why would I leave this chick? So I was no, but obviously I love doing this shit way more. This is way better.
And it's working. So people are obviously you left and you're on your own. So you had a plan going in.
Yes. Yeah.
Good for you.
Obviously I do the live shows, which, normally obviously things are crazy right now with everything going on. So
fucking over that, by the way, over that.
Yeah, I know. Which hopefully the idea would be like every weekend I can do some shows. I have some shows in Maine coming up, shows in Connecticut in February, obviously Boston this weekend.
Nice.
Hopefully going to Philly in the beginning of April. So I try and book them so the weekends I can do a sandwich there. Especially I've been dying to go to Philly to do I haven't been to.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Cheesesteak world.
Yep.
Right. I have to do like a cheesesteak tour, I feel like.
Oh God, yeah.
And then do a show that night. Because I do, being on the East Coast, I have a lot of East Coast people, follow. So
go to New York and do some New York pizza.
Oh, you were what was the place that had a pop-up that you said was the best sandwich in the world?
Yes. So it's like Antico Vinayo. It's like, if you look up, so they have like 500,000 Instagram followers too. They started in Florence. I forget, it's Antico Vinayo. What's the name?
Yeah, you said because you lived in Florence for a while. And
yes, well, I studied abroad so I was there for 6 months when I was in college, and it was ranked the best sandwich in the world.
Wow.
And so it's El Antico Vinayo. It's right by Times Square, and they just pop up by Times Square. But they have, they're obviously based in Italy. They started in Florence and opened one in Milan, then opened one in Rome, and then they just opened the pop up, I think like 6 months ago in New York City. So if you have any New York City listeners, or if you guys are in the city, it is like very obviously traditional Italian panini.
What's the name of the place? I'm looking on Instagram. What is it?
So Al Antico. So it's ALL apostrophe, I guess ALLANTICO. Vinayo, VINAIO.
Ooh, they got the blue check mark. They're fucking special, kid.
Well, they got what'd you say, like 500,000?
Yeah, no, they got 510,000 followers.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's it, Mike. You'd like their fucking.
I know.
Like
I'm
their
thinking
profile.
about just taking the train down there and just for a sandwich. I mean, they say they're the best in the world. I gotta verify that.
Right, you're gonna throw that shit around. Mike's gonna test it.
I mean, if anybody's going to take a trip just for a sandwich, it would be Mike.
Yeah.
Right.
My mom would call me and say, I'm not feeling well. I'm like, all right, well, call your neighbor. But someone says, hey, the best sandwich in the world is in New York City. Oh, I'm there.
Didn't you tell me you took a flight one time just for a roast beef sandwich?
Me?
Yes.
That was probably Andy Ferg. Let's be serious.
No.
Was that me?
Yeah, I think
I don't remember.
Here's something, and you said you took a flight to Massachusetts just for a roast beef sandwich and then went back.
No, I didn't take a flight. I drove like 3 hours to get a roast beef sandwich at Kelly's. Yeah.
Well, fuck
I drove from North Adams to Revere Beach.
Oh, I thought you took a flight or something. Okay, it's not as bad.
Oh, I would have if I could, but I had just enough for one sandwich and gas in my pocket. So yeah.
North Adams to fucking Revere. That's awesome.
You guys gotta tell me. I haven't done a roast beef sandwich for Boston.
Dude.
There's the biggest, best roast beef sandwich in Boston.
Wow, we gotta get Andy.
Yeah, there's if you go on Facebook, Sam.
Yeah.
There's a group called North Shore.
Yes, I think I follow him. North Shore Beefs. Yeah.
North Shore Beefs. Okay. Message his name. The guy who started is Andy Ferg. He is the master. He is the connoisseur. He knows all the places.
Got it.
And tell him he probably knows. He probably follows you anyway. But tell him we sent you and that you're looking for the biggest roast beef sandwich and best roast beef sandwich there is.
All right.
And he'll definitely let you know. I would say if you're going to be in Boston, because the North Shore is like, you're talking about a good 30, 40 minutes to drive up to the North Shore.
Yeah, I don't want to go up to like Peabody, you know?
Yeah, that's usually that's where they are. So it's like there's like Athens, I think, is in Peabody. There's a place called Supremes in Danvers, which is great.
Oh my God, I used to go there in high school. They just got new owners. I was asking my buddy who lives in Danvers. I'm like, I was having flashbacks from high school. I'm like, is Supreme still there? Fucking getting a large sub and going up into the woods to get baked before high school was great.
Yeah,
Andy's got
really good. Really
North
good.
Shore Beef.
Did one here on the phone right now.
Do it.
Yeah. Can you get them on? Oh yeah, you got a roadcaster now. You can do that, right?
The other Nick's in Beverly, aka Nick's on Essex, they're showing, if you go on their Instagram, this thing looks fucking juicy.
What's
now,
it?
remember,
It's Nick's in Beverly.
This is a North Shore roast beef. So, there's no lettuce, tomato. It's just the beef has to be made on premises, has to be super rare. And then it has to have James River sauce on it and mayo. And if you get cheese, if the cheese isn't on the bottom of the sandwich, they're suspect.
You're fired.
And you call the cops. You call the fucking cops and you tell them they put the fucking cheese on top of the beef and the cops will be there in 5 minutes.
Oh, you're going to call me now in the middle of a fucking conversation while I'm taking a shit? Perfect.
Hey, fuck that. We want you on the show.
We're helping you out, fuckballs.
I know what I'm
on. Christ.
We're on with Samantha Ramsdell.
We're on
Hi,
with
Andy.
How are you? Oh, hey,
good.
What's up?
What's up? I'm gonna be in Boston this weekend.
Doing?
Well, I'm doing a show on Sunday, but we were just talking about I need to do a roast beef sandwich, and obviously we thought who better to call than you for like the advice for what you think the best roast beef sandwich.
Yeah.
In Boston.
I would say Anthony's in Reading or Tessie's in Tewksbury. They're putting out monsters right now. Absolutely.
Anthony's and Reading's are what? What was the second one?
Tessie's.
Tessie's in Tewksbury.
Reading's a little closer, I think, to Boston, right?
Yeah, Reading's definitely.
Well, you're coming out of Maine, right, Sam?
No, I'm coming from Connecticut.
Connecticut. Okay. All right. Well, then, all right. Yeah. North Shore's not a bad thing.
Yeah. So,
all right, Anthony's.
Place is closed on Sundays.
Oh, you're there on
Saturday.
Sunday.
I might go up Saturday.
You'll be safe.
Now, if you had to choose, Andy, because the two best ones I've ever had are from Athens and Supremes, who would you go with there?
On those two?
Yeah.
Here's the problem. They both changed ownerships not that long ago, so they're not as good as these.
Right.
Oh,
Supremes
really?
just changed. Yeah, they just changed ownership.
Disappointing.
Places change ownership constantly.
Wow.
I'm looking at Andy's North Shore Beefs on Instagram, and I went to the one that's Tessie's in Tewksbury. That is a fucking beast.
Yeah.
That thing is a fucking beast. When did you post this? I don't know what the date on this was, but Jesus Christ, that thing is, yeah.
Andy, I was telling Sam that if she gets a sandwich and the cheese is on top of the beef, that she should call the cops immediately.
What you do is you jump over the counter and choke the first person you see.
Okay, that's probably better. You don't want to get the authorities involved.
You slugged the motherfucker that did that wrong.
You throw the stack of cheese in a sock and beat him with it.
and the same thing if they call it a grinder.
Hey, it is a grinder. Okay, it's not a fucking sub. It's a grinder.
You're fucking suspect. It's a sub.
No, it's a grinder. All right, that's been established in the state of Massachusetts. I don't know what they do in Connecticut. I don't know what they call in Connecticut, Sam.
A grinder or a
Don't even say hoagie.
I was gonna say
Don't say hoagie.
Well, the thing is, if you go to and Andy knows this, if you go to Bill and Bob's, which has good stuff, the fucking shit they package the thing and has all the words. I think I took a picture of that and sent it. I'm like, well, I guess this covers it because every fucking possible name for a sandwich is on the goddamn bag they slide the thing into. So
yeah.
I like Bill and Bob's. What are your thoughts on Bill and Bob's, Andy?
It depends on how drunk I am.
Good call. Good answer.
Factor. Yeah.
That was me with Supremes in high school, how fucking high I was.
Right. Yeah. That's exactly how high are you? Yeah. Yeah. All right,
Oh,
Andy, we just wanted to get the expert's opinion because Sam's going to be here Sunday at Laugh Boston, and then she may come up a day beforehand so she can either hit Tessie's or something. But
Reading or Texas and Tewksbury, those are the two biggest stacks right now. Or if you really want to travel and get the best possible one, I can make sure Modern Butcher has one for you.
Where's
Modern
that?
Butcher.
Newburyport.
Yeah, that's like way up on the North Shore, Newburyport. But Modern Butcher is pretty amazing. Yeah,
it's the best one you can ever have. I mean, it's worth taking the extra 20-minute drive.
Yeah, they're
and
pretty awesome.
And the background for your TikTok will be great. Right on the water. Go there. The ocean scene.
Yeah.
Huge sandwich.
All right.
I'd have to probably call someone first and let them know because they sell out every week. They only do them on Saturdays, and they're
no shit. That's
Yeah,
good business when you're open fucking one day and you sell out. That's good business. I like that business model.
Yeah.
You want me to put a word in and make sure they save one for you? It's not a...
All right, Andy, I'll message you.
Yeah, message Andy because he's the man in that area. He knows all the good stuff.
Go back to taking your shit ass hat.
Yeah, thanks a lot,
good luck
Andy.
with your shit. Wipe your ass. Get to wipe.
Feel good.
All right, man. Shit.
All right, thanks, Andy.
This is the kind of podcast we do. We bring in the fucking experts when you have.
That's right. We call the experts like that, right? Are we going to be talking like nuclear physics now or something?
No.
We to call him my guy.
My guy.
My guy. He hangs out in front of the fucking Price Chopper over here on Park Ave. He also sells crack, but he's got a fucking doctorate. So, you know,
is that the Price Chopper in fucking Sudbury, kid?
No, over here in fucking Worcester, kid. All right, $1.25, please.
He does have a doctorate, but he stole it out of a library. So,
right, dude, I'm fucking starving now. I'm sitting there looking at this.
I know, right? I'm totally triggered. I'll even eat fucking fake chicken nuggets at this point. I'm so hungry. Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna drive over to fucking Peabody and get some Beyond Chicken. Thanks, Sam.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, tell him I sent you.
Do you get paid for it? If I run in there screaming your name, will that mean shit in fucking Peabody, Massachusetts?
Yes, because I would love to see that. So if you could just do that, that'd be great.
I'll fucking turn my camera on, fucking 9 masks and a bee suit or whatever the fuck I gotta wear these days, walking inside and be like.
I gotta tell you, when I dressed up as Colonel Sanders for Halloween, and this was like a good 20 years ago, it's the best Halloween costume I've ever done ever. And so I had to go to a station event in Boston, and so I'm dressed up, and I walk into a KFC in Shrewsbury, which is the next town over, because I wanted to get a bucket of chicken so I could be, you know. And so I walk in there and was like, "Hey, look, it's Colonel Sanders." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm just in here to check out the operation. How are you?" And I go up to the counter, and the manager's like, "You look amazing. That's fantastic." I'm like, "Awesome. Can I get a free bucket of chicken?" He's like,
No.
You don't look that good. I was like, "Oh, great. Just
wow,
extra crispy." And then so I got this real bucket of chicken. They almost didn't let me into the Roxy in Boston. That's where our concert was, because I had outside food. I said, it's part of the fucking costume. And so they finally let me in, and I get in there, and then we get on stage to bring on the first band. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to throw the chicken out to the audience. You know, I'm going to gift fried chicken to the audience because I love them. So I throw out all this chicken. Sometimes when you throw something out to a big crowd, it comes back.
Yep.
So this like bones and like skin, and then somebody nailed me right in the nuts with like a piece of fried chicken, and I doubled over on stage. It was like the biggest laugh I ever got in my life. It was fantastic. Yeah. So
especially with WAF listeners, they know how to throw chicken.
Yeah, they know how to throw all sorts.
Oh, I guarantee you, they took
objects.
a couple of bites of it first and then hucked it at your balls. Fuck him. Dude, where's LB? Fuck you.
So are all your live appearances, Sam? They're all kind of like that variety thing, right? You do some singing, you do comedy, you do the eating thing. Yep. So what has been the part? Has there been a moment where you're just like, all right, I'm scared. This is getting out of control. Has there been a show like that for you? No, not yet.
No, because I feel like most people who are coming, like a lot of them know who I like, follow me.
Right. Yeah.
You know, so like, you know, that's the nice part is like, I feel like most of the time when I'm going out on stage, everyone follows me, like knows who I am. Like they're excited to see James, the biggest part.
That's right. James. Woo!
That guy.
So, so a lot of people, like all my crowds have been really, really good. I really haven't had anyone I don't think, not that I can, no. Luckily,
nobody's come on stage and been like, have any other comedians have like gotten saying like, what the fuck do you think? There's hardo comedians out there that are like, what the fuck do you think you're doing?
Oh yeah, no, stand-up comedians probably hate me. I know.
Hey, Josh, we could name a couple on the show by name if you'd like to.
Nope,
Josh.
I don't. We don't name comedians,
but you know the two I'm thinking of, huh?
They hate me.
Fuck them. Anyway, sorry, Sam. Go ahead. Just had to throw that out there. Quick, fuck you.
Sal Vicano in your corner. So I mean that's all you need.
Truly. Well, I mean, I think, and I mean, obviously, like I'm not trying to steal anyone's, like it's not like we're in competition. Yeah. So that's why I'm kind of like doing my own thing. Like it's, what I'm doing is very different than
Lenny Clark.
You what?
Than Lenny Clark. Lenny Clark's not shoving shit in his mouth. He's just telling everyone to go fuck themselves.
Right. Exactly. But so, it's like, it's more of like a variety type show than a straight stand-up. And I'm not up here saying I'm the greatest stand-up comedian in the world, but I will put on one hell of an entertainment show.
Right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. People walk out of there going,
you will be entertained. Yeah.
What the fuck just happened? Oh, and by the way, that James guy's awesome.
Yes. Does he have an Instagram page?
He does, but he like never uses it. I mean, truly, he like could care less. What is it? It's James A. Reamer, which is last name Riemer. It's literally pictures of me just like passed out, like, sleeping.
James A. R.
I gotta follow that now. I gotta do that now. That's awesome. That's what marriage is all about,
No, literally. I'm like, these are the worst pictures.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, like, you can't take few photos of me with the sunset. It's me like passed out.
You sleeping or puking or first thing in the morning. Yeah.
He has one more follower. I'm going to get him 100. We got to have him on the show so we can get him 134,000 followers on Instagram.
Exactly.
I have a feeling James doesn't talk a lot.
He does. What's funny? I mean, he's from Wisconsin. He's like the most down to earth. He's from like a small town in Wisconsin, best mannered, like generally just the nicest guy. I mean, honestly, the straight face really isn't very him. I mean, that was like, we kind of started doing that because he was like in some of the videos, again, like it's like a long day and it's like
the best part though.
Like, but he is very like, if you were to call it, he would just be like super like Mr. Positive. Like he really is like the nicest.
Oh, he's Midwest. My wife is from the Midwest too. That's a whole different cut of breed. Totally, everyone's fucking nice.
Everyone's like, why is he so nice? I'm like, he's from Wisconsin, and everyone's like, right. Okay,
oh, right, yeah.
Right?
It's farmland.
All of us. Yeah,
it's farmland. It's nice. We're over here on the East Coast, fucking assholes, just all crammed in together.
Right.
Because there's fucking too many of us.
It has something to do with the cheese. Maybe there's just more cheese in his genes, and it just keeps him calm.
Yeah, the cheese and the sausage. I don't know.
Right?
Does he like the Green Bay Packers?
Of course he does.
Oh god,
dude! Aaron Rodgers going for the Super Bowl this year.
I know. Well, and this, they've been doing. I mean, obviously this is like the furthest in a while, or the best they've been doing in a while. I feel like he's.
Well, they went to the NFC. I think they went to the NFC Championship game last year and lost.
Maybe that was.
They're having a better season for sure, but it always, and the problem is going to be, and it happens, and ask anybody who played against the Patriots for years, you run into Tom Brady. He plays for the Buccaneers now. They have a fucking ridiculous team. So I personally would like to see Aaron Rodgers beat him because fuck you, Tom, for leaving, but it's going to be a battle. It's going to be a battle. And he got all kinds of shit for the not getting vaccinated thing. Jesus, people, relax.
I know. Well, is that the game Saturday? Is the Packers?
I don't know.
The Packers are playing. Hold on.
He'll know. I mean, obviously, I could probably call him up here. Actually, he might.
Actually, can you get him on the show? Bring him in. We have questions about the Packers.
We have questions about the Packers.
James call.
I don't know if he's called. He might be. I think
earning a fucking living. Earning a living.
He's working.
Yes, he's working a job. Yeah.
Walk in, hang up the phone. If that's how you hang up phones now.
Hi, honey. I know you're trying to earn a living, but I'm on with these fucking snaptards, and we just want to talk about dumb shit.
Now,
Oh.
speaking of calling spouses into the room, I was going to call my wife in because she really wanted me to ask you because she feels bad that nobody asks you about your butthole. And she
Oh my God, thank God someone brought it up.
I
Yes.
saw the T-shirt on that post, and I guess we're supposed to ask.
Yeah, no, my butthole is doing really, really well. Thank you
What
very
happened?
much.
Okay.
No, I just if there's one thing like I'm really passionate about, it's about gape
Shedding?
health.
It's
Well, that too. But like like as the big gaped girly that I am, I'm just all about like keeping our gapes really clean. And when I recently discovered a bidet for the first time,
Oh,
when I tell you, it's like before a bidet, life was black and white.
yep.
And as soon as I sat down and I felt a stream of water straight up my butthole,
Oh yeah.
I saw Jesus for the first time. And that's
Oh.
what it's real.
You know,
does
I
well.
hear a lot of people speak like that about the bidet, that it's like on almost a
Like,
religious
life will never be the
experience.
same.
Right. Yeah. It's
yeah.
life changing.
You
Like,
have to, Mike, you have to. My wife and I were in Vegas 2 years ago, and I was like, what's this fucking contraption? I was like, oh, it was fucking magical. I sat on there for a half an hour and became gay.
Yes. Yeah.
It sounds like a cult. The way people describe it, it sounds like a cult.
It's so good.
What's weird about it is that like every other country except America has bidets. Like
Shocking.
Like people in Europe, everyone has bidets over there. Anywhere you go, Mexico, it's like everyone uses a bidet except for America. It's like, what are we doing? And people are like wiping back to front, front to back. Like it's like it's a nightmare. People are with taking a bundle of toilet paper, they're sitting down when they wet, like everything. I feel like if I can leave the world with one thing other than like my gigantic gape, it's just we need to do better up our buttholes. Yeah.
Wait, think about the beginning of the pandemic and the fucking toilet paper shortage. You literally could have been like, no, I have a bidet. Fuck you. Exactly. How did the bidet company not advertise right there?
Oh, they did. They did.
Did they?
Yeah, I'm sure they sold a lot of them. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It was like how they become huge. How I found out about them was from that.
Mike, you have to. Josh, have you ever experienced the bidet?
I've experienced a shower head, but not a legal bidet.
Oh, so you voluntarily put it up there?
Yeah, that's fun.
Oh, you're gayer than I am then. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I never used a bidet.
You don't seem like a bidet guy out there.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'll try anything once. It's just
twice.
It scares me the way the way Sam talks about it is the way a lot of people talk about it, and it's kind of like, it's like, hey, have you considered, giving your life to Jesus? But it's more like, hey, have you considered, shooting water into your ass?
But it's not like it shoots up to your fucking, like, the first time it happened, I definitely was like violated. I thought about the priest. I just brought up a lot of stuff, but I fucking was like, oh my God, my asshole's so clean. I don't even, and I'm like, so it's like, you got to walk in the other room and be like, honey, can you check? Is that really, I didn't do that, but it was so clean. And I'm like, that's so fucking easy.
Yeah.
And there's no paper and it's gone. And, then I put it on high and it was kind of like the Jesus thing that Sam mentioned.
All the way up. Yeah.
There's a volume control on the thing. Like,
yeah, you can turn her all the way up on I'll tell you what, that really, whew.
Yeah, you and I have seen God, kid. You and I have seen God.
Now, what is the bidet like on gummies?
Oh,
yeah, I'm about to find out. Like, honestly, like now I'm about to take the whole bag and go in there for a little while.
For a little while.
Can we go in there and let's do the last segment of this show with you on the fucking bidet all bagged out on mushrooms.
I'll bring you in there with me.
We don't give a fuck. We do whatever on this show.
Isaiah, this isn't OnlyFans. Okay.
Oh,
this is breaking the ice.
And also,
well, listen,
gummy on the show. Well, I am.
I'm trying to get her to 150,000 on Instagram. So I'm helping you with your content. So back to your
if she starts doing that, she'll get well over 1 million. There's a whole Pornhub channel on that fucking shit right there.
Oh, for sure.
How's my butthole? To answer your question, we don't need your husband for this. So Green Bay is playing the San Francisco 49ers. So you got Jimmy Garoppolo played a great game last week against Green Bay. The Bengals are playing the Titans, whatever. The Buccaneers are playing the LA Rams, and the Buffalo Bills, fuck them for pounding our Patriots, are playing the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah,
Those are good games. I hope Green Bay does. I hope Green Bay goes all the way.
Very exciting. James will be very excited. I'd love to see James. That'd be some good content. I think the people would like to see James.
I like to see James screaming and jumping up and down.
You have some happiness for once, feel joy for once.
Well, he'll actually complete some of those physical tests you keep putting the poor guy through. He'll be like, yes, and he'll throw you right up in the air and catch you with one arm.
Although he does look really good in a little red dress.
That was fucked up.
That. Yeah,
that was fucked up.
A lot of convincing. That one was one he was not really excited about.
You gave him gummies and he did it.
He seemed very relaxed. I'm just saying.
Take like number 25 because he's, like I was like, it's almost too miserable. Like you look like you're like a prisoner. Like it.
That definitely looked like prison sex.
Yeah, no, he was not crazy about that one, but obviously it's all silly. He's a good sport. He's a good sport. Not many guys will do that,
It's probably what got you the KFC gig, I would imagine.
Yeah. No, they specifically said this is only because of James.
This is James in the red dress.
Yeah, it was the red dress.
Right.
Hey, look at you. I'm on the Laugh Boston website, and there you fucking are, huh?
Yeah,
I was making sure they were promoting it, or I was gonna fucking bash them. But laughboston.com.
Mm-hmm.
Samantha Ramsdell, Sunday, January 23rd. That's this Sunday. So Josh, this is going to be all edited and pushed out so people can. We're going to run this in like 2 months. Is that cool?
Yeah. If you could run this at the end of the year, that'd be great.
Right. All right. Well, it's great. It's great having you back on, and I'm glad
awesome.
You're like totally dedicated now, and hope everybody goes to see you at Laugh Boston. And
please, will you guys be there or what? Are you guys what's the deal?
Yeah, I mean, you gotta put us on the list. We want a VIP section. We want a velvet rope. I want a deli tray that has impossible burgers and
Beyond chicken,
insane chicken nuggets or whatever they're called.
Yeah, I will bring those all of that for you.
I'm gonna actually. My wife and I got nothing going on this weekend. Let's go. You got to be careful. You got to wear B suits and show 14 forms of identification in Boston these days. So be fucking careful.
I was gonna say, well, that's the only thing is obviously. You got to bring proof of your vax. That's
right.
That just happened last week.
All guys have to remove one of their testicles and give it to the usher.
Sperm samples. But
do you actually produce that at the door? Because that's going to be a long.
Yeah, you jack off. You could just so make sure come fully loaded. Like if you guys could just have it
fully loaded.
Just put it in a little Tupperware thing. Be like.
But it has to be fresh. So just if you could jack off in the street somewhere.
You take off the top, and if they don't see steam, you can't come into the fucking show.
I'm gonna put it in a shot glass that says Hampton Beach party style. Right.
I can officially say that this has never been discussed in an open forum on any radio or podcast. Bring your hot, warm cum to Laugh Boston on Sunday to see Samantha.
Laugh Boston is definitely retweeting this.
Yeah, they're definitely going to repost this.
Hey, if you want people to fucking show up, put some new content out, motherfuckers. Let's go.
You got to think outside the box these days.
Right.
But no, just a fucking
love to be there.
Thing of hot cum.
What was that? What was that, Josh?
I said if we're not banned from your show, we would love to be there.
Yes,
that's right.
Please come. It'll be really fun. And I, again, James will be there.
James will be there. Going.
That's the only reason we're coming, sunshine.
Right. I got some other really funny comedians. Yes.
Nice.
It'll be a really fun night. So
hey, Josh, could we get Mike to get her a Giggles? She'd be fucking great at Giggles.
Yeah.
I mean,
have you been to Giggles?
No.
Seats are huge.
Giggles is on Route 1 in Saugus, so
that's another big comedy spot. Yeah,
it's great. And Lenny Clark and his brother Mike, they own the place, and it's just it's a great spot. And do you know Route 1 in Saugus much coming down into Boston?
I know where it is, but
people, it's so funny. Comedians will be there and they consider it like it's like that Vegas Strip going into Boston, and it's cool. They did a bunch of comedy shows under a big tent the past couple of years because everything was fucked up. And I went and saw a couple of shows. I saw Lenny and a few other people there. And it was funny just to, there's a car wash over here, Route 1 with cars whipping by us here. And I think Lenny was like, you fucking made it when you're in a fucking parking lot. You can hear a car wash behind you on Route 1 in fucking Saugus, Massachusetts. I've made it.
Yeah, that's been live performing the last 2 years, performing under a bridge, right. At child birthday parties. It's take whatever you can get.
Listen, you will do children's birthday parties for a nominal fee.
Yes, of course.
Done.
I'll do it. I'll do whatever. I'll do bar mitzvahs, like funerals, whatever. Like
funerals. That'd be a good time.
Oh my God, you got to get Will
Ferrell.
Ferrell.
In my mouth. Who knows?
You got to get Will Ferrell if that's the case. Wasn't he the guy in Wedding Crashers who was like the expert at picking up chicks at funerals? Yeah. Ma, meatloaf. What the fuck?
Yes.
So you can fit an urn in your mouth. Yeah.
Exactly.
Jesus Christ. Well,
you get in your mouth.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Sam.
Thank you, Sam.
Yeah, thank you
guys.
so much.
Hopefully see you. Maybe we'll see you Sunday.
Laugh Boston is the place.
Laugh Boston, 7 p.m. Can't wait. I appreciate it.
Go to laughboston.com. Go to laughboston.com right now.
Or Sam Ramsdell 5 on Instagram or TikTok. I'm excited. It's gonna be.
She quit her fucking job. She needs you to go. James can't do this all by him fucking self.
Yes, please, for James.
Right.
If not for me, for James.
Yeah, do it for James.
Remember the free Brady thing? Hashtag free James.
Exactly. Do it for him.
I love it. Thank you, Sam.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sam.
We'll see you guys.
Appreciate it.
This is Brad Marchand, and you're listening to Breaking the Ice with Josh Dolan. I don't think he would ever let a pizza get out the door before he buried the whole thing, so he likes to eat that kid.